Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just click the link in the show description to support now.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Super Chevy Roast Podcast. I am your host, Chevall. Just Chevall today. Chevar's going through something. When his eyes is gone, he's not feeling too good. So this week you have one host specifically. It's me. No soundboard this week. I apologize for that. There's gonna be a little less sounds, etc., all that stuff. Hopefully, I can fill all that in. But it's episode 188. Not too much to talk about this week. Well, actually, a few things to talk about. I have some thoughts on some things, but this is the part where normally Chevar would start telling a story or, discuss something that is just absolutely banal or banal. I don't know how you say that, but I'll fill that in. Today I'm going back to. Yesterday I went to AFRIM, the African American Music Festival. It's in Baltimore. If you're not from there or don't live there. And it was great. I saw some old acts. I saw SWV, saw Normani, and we saw Chloe Bailey, which was really fun. But a lot of it was just sit in the crowd with a bunch of other black people, minus my wife, with a bunch of other black people, and just enjoying the music, getting a little drink on, enjoying the walking and all that stuff. But apparently, right after we left, 100 teenagers fought. So 100 kids were fighting and throwing bottles and cans at cops and stuff, and it just goes to show you that, man, sometimes that stuff just really doesn't affect you. Because I didn't even know that shit. We were walking out, saw a bunch of police cars moving, like, dang, that's crazy, and did not bother us all day. Every teenager I talked to is very polite. We walked past them rolling weed and drinking and, just left them alone, and we didn't get bottles thrown at us like cops. They also caught a kid with a gun. That one's a little different. I'm glad they caught the kid with the gun, but not a really great way to end that day for some people. But I saw some R&B artists, saw some rappers. It was good. It's good stuff. Had a Cutwater. Those things don't need to exist. But yeah, no, it's been good. It was good. It was very fun to go do that and enjoy the outdoors and all that shit. But, we're not here to talk about all that. We're here to talk about video games, since it's just me this time. Once again, it's just me. Chevar's not going to pop in at some point. I really wish he would, but it's fine. It's whatever. It's okay. We move. But yeah, no, I did play games this week. I'm inching my way back through Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is very fun. I will say it is also starting to get difficult as I find some of the new bosses that are more challenging, and I have to find items I haven't found yet. I started finding new ways to beat the game or get the last endings or whatever. So that's fun. So I'm enjoying my time. I'm trying to take my time with it rather than rushing through it, which was kind of my plan at first, but the game's so fun that I don't really see why I would, really not just take more time and take more time to actually play the game and be involved in it, rather than just forcing myself to beat it, be unsatisfied like I have to do it for a job or something like that. But it's good. Once again, still Hollow Knight, still good. Looking forward to playing something else soon. But yeah, I'm sorry, I still can't think about the 100 kids fighting and how I didn't give a shit. It's just weird how there's 100 kids fighting. Yes, kids fight. Yes, kids cause problems, but now it's gonna be the focal point of this event. That was really cool. So that sucks for the kids, and it sucks for everybody else. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Hollow Knight's great. I really want to play something new though. I know Hollow Knight's damn near 10 years old, and I want to play something new. And I don't want to play Silksong right after. I want to take at least a break before I play Silksong. But I want to play an RPG. I want to get into something deep. I need to go back to fucking Yote, and I think I'll try to do that this week. Anyway, here we are. It's the news, everybody. The news. Right, so let's go ahead and get started. So Halo campaign evolved because combat evolved. Campaign of it comes out in July next month, and it turns out that PlayStation Pro might be like the best place to play the game. Specifically because it has all the different graphical upgrades, the PlayStation Spectral super resolution stuff, the SSD optimization, faster loading, 3D audio, and DualSense exclusive features according to Game Informer. It's just a more powerful console than a lot of the other consoles on the market, because even the Series X, like there's no Series X Pro, right? So it's kind of like a no-brainer. But also it's just kind of funny because this is the first time Halo has been on a PlayStation platform and it's going to run better on it, which is kind of funny. But because of Xbox's new mandate, after this we're probably not going to get any more Xbox games on multi-platforms, so that does suck. But yeah, no, it's just a funny thing that it actually runs better on PS5. Probably if you got a great PC, I'm sure that it'll be good. Actually, is it even on? I don't even know if this is on PC. Hold on, you guys can Google with me. Hold on. Halo campaign evolved. Is it on PC? Oh yeah, it is. It's literally on PC. Okay, anyway, it might look good on your PC too, but it doesn't have all that fancy Sony shit and the faster loading. So that's some pretty cool stuff. Anyway, next up, let me scroll here real quick. Ooh, I had my little news tab open and then it just disappeared on me. That's very unfortunate. It was another Halo thing. Yeah. Here we go. It was not another Halo thing. See, I definitely know what I'm talking about. I definitely know what I'm doing. So Rockstar announced that GTA 5 it was getting a free next gen upgrade, which is funny because I remember when there was a $10 one and I was like, oh no, I haven't gotten it yet. It doesn't matter, it's free now. Just wanted to put that out there. Also, Xbox closed multiple studios, including Ninja Theory, rather cut ties with it. And as a result, it makes them look kind of funny because they just announced the game from Ninja Theory, Senua, despite the fact that they already knew that it was going to happen. It had been like weeks in the making that they knew that Ninja Theory was going to be closed. So in a newsletter written by veteran supporter Stephen Totilo, Xbox reports that Xbox had already planned to either sunset or split with Ninja Theory before the announcement of Senua, per an anonymous source. So it's just weird because it's like, okay, you put all this time and money into investing in this thing and making sure that it's like promoted, et cetera, and then here you go. It's Jesus Christ. It's for a studio that you're going to close. Like, what the fuck is the point? I don't know. Like I was trying to tell Chevar last podcast, like I get it. Xbox is doing their thing, but this is the type of shit where you're shooting yourself in the foot because what's the point of announcing this game if the studio's going to close? The game's still going to come out. I'm not saying the game's not going to come out, but it's just interesting to make these really shitty moves and things that like the developer doesn't know until they happens either. Like it's just really, really crappy stuff. But yeah, next up we have GTA 5, GTA 6. Should have put that next with the other GTA announcement. Yeah, GTA 6 got its cover art and pre-order date announced. So, no trailer, nothing new. We don't know anything new that we didn't already know about the game, but there's new GTA 5 artwork. You should look it up because you can't watch it in a audio format. In the audio visual you could, but in this audio format you can't. It looks solid, looks about the same as all the other GTA covers, just in its own color scheme, own vibe. You have the two main characters on the front, which is not something they've always done in every they've done it on every cover just about. But yeah, no, looks good. Art just looks like an improved version of what it's always been like, so really solid stuff. And it launches on November 19th, so it's time to pre-order. Like, come on, hurry up, pre-order, get this game out the door. I am interested in how this game is going to be because we're 5 months away from it coming out, and I hope it lives up to all the hype that it has given itself and that others have given it, because I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like, this game is probably going to be the best-selling game, definitely this year, maybe of the decade, maybe the last couple of decades, because a lot of people are going to be jumping onto this either due to their GTA multiplayer crack addiction, or due to their just love for GTA in general. I mean, it's one of the games people still play a lot to this day, not just specifically the single player, but the multiplayer. So yeah, really, really cool stuff there. More banks to rob, more people to shoot, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. On top of that, we have the people with Final Fantasy VII Revelations. Those people, whatever they're called, Square Enix. They said that they knew they had to name this last game something that started with re, but Revelation happened instead of something like Resolve or Repair or something like that, right? He said so that can mean a lot of things, but one of them is the resolve of our party player characters heading into the final battles. What kind of resolve do they have in them? What are they feeling? What are they thinking about? Things like that. We're really going to dive deep into the specific aspect of their emotions and what they're thinking. Is what Naoki Hamaguchi said, the director of the game, when it come to the re thing, right? I also heard that there were some other games that had re in them, and they're like, we don't want to steal a name from that, Reunion, et cetera, et cetera. But that doesn't seem to be true. It seems like they landed on Revelation because Revelation because it's like revealing something. Resolve, though, he was like, Resolve sounds like ass, though. I don't like that. It was basically what you said. So that's basically it as far as the news of the day goes. There hasn't really been a ton of new news. It's really just been GTA 6 got its trailer, a couple of games came out, popped out, boom boom boom. There was some news, however, of IGN had published an article today about the business strategy document. PlayStation single player games they're officially exclusive. Like, it's official. The stuff that they have filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission confirms that they are keeping their single player games single console, so only on PlayStation, only ever on PlayStation. Yeah. So that's how that is now. Just wanted to confirm that. There's also Doom composer Bobby Prince, the composer for the original Doom and Duke Nukem 3D, has passed away. He passed away according to id Software. The man was 81, so he lived a full life, but just wanted to put that out there. So rest in peace. That's some gaming history news for you, considering that there's nothing fucking happening right now, right? Like, there's no news. I can't stress that enough. There's literally no news. There's no games that have been announced because we're in a drought. Do you want to know why we're in a drought? That's a trick question. You should have listened to our last two episodes actually. There is a shit ton of video game news, right? But it was all announced last couple weeks, so we don't have any fucking thing to talk about right now. Okay? We don't have anything to talk about right now. I'm just gonna start telling you random shit. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, it's getting a Switch 2 version, so which means it'll probably actually run 60 frames per second, which is nice. I might go buy that. Let's just tell you random shit. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is getting a brand new day suit for the new Spider-Man movie, which is kind of cool. So it'll be free, updated in the game on July 28th. It's good. It's good stuff. 3 days before the movie comes out. The movie comes out July 31st. Sorry, I couldn't read for a second. Yes, and then on top of that, we have game release dates. Let's see what's coming out. We are scraping. We're getting it to it. We're getting you guys at least 30 minutes of something. I'm going to keep talking. If it isn't 30 minutes, I'm so sorry, but we're going to keep this moving, okay? 2027 game schedule, right? So we're in January, blah, 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 blah. 2027, right? So 2027, here's how that's looking. We're past GTA, we're past all that stuff, we're past Thanksgiving, we're past your mom asking you to please stop playing video games while we're trying to have a good Thanksgiving dinner. We're past those big times at this point, right? So it's January. The first thing coming out, Tupac Simulator, baby. Stranger Than Heaven, out January 15th. Then we have Wandering Sword, which I do not remember what that is. It's a Switch game. Whatever. It's Switch 2. Also PlayStation 5. I don't know why they didn't put that on here. Oh, the PlayStation 5 version comes out later. So initially on Switch and Switch 2. We have February. We have Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis on February 12th, which I'm excited about. I really do dig, the new Tomb Raiders. I'm digging where they're going. I'm understanding the vibe of remaking a series 300 times. But no, for real though, the Legacy of Atlantis one, which just seems to be the remake of the original, seems really solid. It's got dinosaurs. It's got the dual pistols. Laura's looking hot. She looks, the way that the gamers wanted her to look or whatever, even though they're still complaining because now the gamers don't want busty women. They want to just hate women. So that looks good. I look forward to playing on PS5. Maybe Switch 2. We'll see. And then we have Persona 4 Revival, February 18th. I will definitely be getting this one, probably not on release date. I have played this game before, so I don't need to play it on release date unless I'm just rolling in the dough at the time. But I will be picking this up the first time it goes on sale, probably for 20, 30, 40 bucks. I didn't pick up Persona 3. What the fuck is it called? What is Persona 3R called? Persona 3R Reload. Yeah, I didn't play Persona 3 Reload for a while because I was waiting for it to go on sale, and I got it for $25. So yeah, always wait for it to go on sale, especially if it's a remake of a game you've already beat. Fable, the new Fable, will be out on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on February 23rd. Looking forward to that one. I like me some Fable. The gameplay trailer stuff, which I need to talk to Chevar about because I actually watched it since the last time we talked, shows a lot of the complex mechanics that they tried to get to work in Fable games, how they're working better, but also they're still really I don't know, these games make a lot of promises, and I think they fulfill them, but not exactly the way you think they would. And that's kind of what that trailer showed me. Very good to see, though. I'm looking forward to that game a lot. Then we have the to be announced section, because those are the only games that actually had real release dates confirmed. So we have Agni, Village of Calamity. I do not remember what that one is. We might have even talked about it. I don't know. Alien Deathstorm. Wait, Alien Deathstorm, is that? No, that's not Alien Isolation. That's some other shit. I don't know. What the hell is Alien Deathstorm? Okay, so I'm watching Alien Deathstorm gameplay. Yeah, you just shoot a bunch of aliens, and it has nothing to do with the franchise Alien. So there's that. Anima, Song from the Abyss. No. Okay, I'm only going to name things that I know. Bad Magpie, that was that game where you play as a bad magpie. Yep, that one's coming out next year. A lot of these are just going back over games that we already talked about, which is kind of crazy. Crazy Taxi World Tour doesn't have a release date yet. That's kind of nuts, considering they showed us so much. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 doesn't have a release date either. El Paso Elsewhere 2, I'm looking forward to that one, even though I never played the first one. Final Fantasy 7 Revelation comes out next year, and the expansion of Final Fantasy 14. What else? Hades 4, not really. Hitman Classic Trilogy comes out next year. Why is that going to take so long to come out? I'm confused. Hunter, The Reckoning, Death Wish. Hunter, The Reckoning, Death Wish. Hunter. Right. Anyway, Ill, that game looks cool. It's the game where kicking babies and all the gross gore stuff happens, and the beginning to the Phantom Pain. It looks cool. I'm hoping that it actually feels fun to play. A lot of cool animations, but don't know if it feels fun to play yet. Miramasa Revenant Blades. I'm still mad about this one because I thought that this was going to be a brand new game, and it is not a brand new game. It is a remaster and additional content for a game that I've already played. But it also has 4 more playable characters, which is actually pretty fucking cool, I have to admit. So I'm looking forward to that one. The new Miramasa, not new Miramasa, that's a new Miramasa or whatever the hell. Piku Niku 2, to say less, or I will say more actually. It's a very simple story game. It takes not that long to get through, and a lot of the things are kind of quirky, and all your objectives are pretty different. It's a fun game, good humor. The original one, at least. I don't know if the second one might pivot towards horror or something. I have no fucking idea. Spyro, we talked about that last week as well. The Expanse, that still exists for some reason. State of Decay 3. See, we talked about all these games, man. There's no gaming news. What's the news? There's nothing. There's literally nothing. There's nothing going on, man. But you guys, we have to get this episode out because we have to let you guys know that there is news, even when there isn't news. All right, let me look in the trenches. I went to r/gaming news. I'm finding more things. I'm finding more things. Dead or Alive 6 Last Round brings the series to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on June 25th. So in 4 fucking days. That's crazy. That'll be out maybe before you guys hear this episode, or hopefully not after. I mean, I hope we get it up before then. It should be not that hard of an episode to get up. I would hope so. Yeah, no. It seems like I was just looking up if it has rollback netcode. This has not been confirmed or not yet. It kind of has to be good, is what people are trying to say. But the OA's never had rollback netcode, so it is what it is. But yeah, the new one comes out June 25th with I think new costumes, some new characters, I'm assuming, and like basically rebalanced. So I'm excited. I like Dead or Alive, but let's hope it actually plays well. The average gamer is a 37-year-old white man. I don't believe that. That's from Destructoid. Don't care. I'm not a 37-year-old white man. They can't be talking about me. No, that's really funny, though. I'm not surprised. I mean, that's also a lot of people who are complaining that, every woman in the game isn't like a sex object. So, whatever. Sony also deletes mention of PC from annual strategy report in favor of gushing about AI, is a way that PC Gamer framed the stuff I talked about earlier. Because yeah, they did talk more about AI, which has been their strategy, is they're talking about like, AI can help us build games faster and et cetera, et cetera. Crimson Desert sold 6 million copies. So shout out to Pearl Abyss for releasing a game in early access and slowly updating it and telling people that the game was finished. Nagoshi Studio, yeah, that shit's gone. That shit is done. There's a lot of people who are ex Nagoshi Studio who moved to Capcom and Lightspeed Japan. Yeah, no, these people are done. It's cooked. It's fucking cooked. Yeah, man, what else is there? I don't care about an 81-year-old grandma. Get that shit out of here. Oh, she was streaming for her sons to pay for her grandson's cancer treatment. I don't know, lady. Maybe you could have done something else. I don't know if streaming's the way to... Never mind. That's really rude. I don't have to say all that. I don't have to say all that. Man. The gaming news. The news of gaming. What Xbox games are being canceled? Oh, man. Let's see what's safe. So this is an IGN list of what games are being canceled and which ones are safe after the studios closed. Compulsion, Ninja Theory, and Double Fine. Compulsion, Ninja Theory, and Double Fine all are negotiating for their future with Xbox. So we have Age of Empires 4, probably safe. Avowed, safe-ish. The game didn't meet sales targets, even though it had good reviews. So it depends. And this is Obsidian, though, so I would hope that they would not kill this Obsidian. Clockwork Revolution, safe. Fable, safe. Duh. Forza Horizon, safe. Forza Motorsport, canceled. Wow. So wait, Forza Horizon has taken over for Forza Motorsport. It's kind of funny. So yeah, the Horizon ones have just been generally more popular. So after the 2023's Forza, they just said, fuck it. We don't care. We're just doing Horizon. Gears of War safe, Grounded 2 safe, Halo safe, Minecraft safe. Outer Worlds canceled. Outer Worlds 2 did not meet sales expectations. When I heard it was pretty good, I heard from fans of the series that it was pretty good, so I'm kind of shocked by that. Like, actually kind of like, whoa, I thought that game would have done really well, because it's like a role-playing game where you don't shoot as much, you talk a lot more. It's kind of like people liked about a lot of old school RPGs, like people liked about New Vegas, that a lot of stuff is done through like speech stuff and talking. But as a series, though, it's over. But I think Obsidian will stick around, but I think that they're killing off Outer Worlds too. It didn't do what they expected it to. Psychonauts is at risk according to IGN. All this is according to IGN, by the way. Because what is this? The future Psychonauts and blah 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 is reportedly on the line. It might be facing closure, just because, right? Because fuck them. Senua and Hellblade still supposed to be coming out, but it's at risk. South of Midnight also at risk because that studio, Compulsion, got shut down. State of Decay 3 safe. Doom safe. Elder Scrolls safe, but all of them. Fallout safe. Marvel's Blade safe. which that should be fun. I forgot that was even announced. When does that come in? Wow. Diablo 4, I forgot that game even existed. This is so stupid. There's too many games, and then some of them might as well not even exist. Yeah, so a lot of games are safe. The only ones that aren't safe are like things that aren't, hardcore Microsoft moneymaker type of things. So yeah, I'm not surprised there. So, a lot of different safe games, etc., etc. Top stories in IGN. Let's see. Is Sadie Sinks Jean Grey the main villain of? I don't care. Why would you tell me that? Why am I almost spoiling things? Get out of here. Onimusha looks good to them. They said it's got the juice. I don't know what that means. I don't speak millennial or Gen X or Gen Z or Gen Alpha. I don't speak anything. Halo was announced by Microsoft, almost like kind of shooting themselves in the foot, or like rather trying to shoot Sony in the foot, as they said, oh, if you're gonna have split screen co-op with Halo, you're gonna need 2 PlayStation Plus accounts that have premium, that have PlayStation Plus. That is not true. They have to put a statement out retracting that, saying it does not require 2 PlayStation Plus accounts. It just requires 2 PlayStation accounts. That's it. So basically, you can have a guest sign on to like any other game. I just think that they were being stupid, and either somebody didn't understand it, or they were floating the idea, which I think is conspiracy talk, like conspiracy theory talk, or more likely some idiot just didn't realize how that worked because they just, were like, yeah, I'm sure you have to be online, whatever. Because that seems like a weird hill to stand on for that. So that's really strange. Gungrave Gore Blood Heat, the remake of the remake that just came out. Looks like it's going to be better according to IGN. Wow, man. Ain't nothing happened this week. And that just shows I need to play more video games, because I haven't played that many games this week, I played a lot of Hollow Knight, but I don't know what else to say about it, what I've been saying about it. So I'll play a new game for you guys next week to get something else out there. I may even beat Ball Pit, so I can actually get that off my plate and totally beat it, because I realized I didn't actually beat the last level. I got close to beating it. So I'll probably go ahead and do that and see what kind of trippy shit that game has ready for me at the end. But yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good talking to you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh my god, it's been 26 minutes. But I still hope we were all able to get what we needed out of that. I hope you guys are watching the World Cup. I was just watching Spain against Saudi Arabia. Spain was kicking Saudi Arabia's ass, which is, I have no connection to either one of those countries, so I don't care, but it looks cool. So yeah, look forward to doing that. I am also going to suggest playing a Metroidvania. I'm not even just going to say Hollow Knight. Those games are really fun. They get to dig really deep into them. They take you a while to beat, and when you do beat them, you feel really successful, because you have to go find a bunch of different items. You have to do things without the items you need, etc., etc. And a lot of the times they're just really fun to have challenges to overcome. So highly recommend that stuff. As far as that goes, I'm looking forward to more news next week. Hopefully more things happening. Like I said, it's a dead week because all the news happened last week, so nothing else we can really do. Steam sale is coming up. If it hasn't already started, I don't think it started. I'll open Steam while I'm talking to check, but Steam sale is coming up. The summer sale is coming up, so penny those pinches, pinch those pennies until that starts. And even then, try not to buy something that's just going to stick in your library that you're not actually going to play for 6-7 months at a time, or maybe even 8 months, or maybe even never play it at all, because you have a Steam library that's actually full of, no joke, hundreds or thousands of games that you'll never play. So just don't do that to yourself, right? I'm talking extra long because holy shit. Okay, Next Fest is also on. Next Fest is going right now. It actually ends tomorrow, so if you're listening to this the past June 22nd, I'm sorry. But if you're not, prepare for the summer sale if it's not already happening. You can probably get a lot of cool stuff. I'll recommend some stuff next time we get on, because that's going to that's going to give me time to recommend stuff to you guys, because the sale lasts long enough. So we'll see how it goes. Also, no, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really not much else to say except, play video games, play more of them than I have been able to this week. And let us know what you guys are thinking at Super Chevy Bros at superchevybro@gmail.com. superchevybros@gmail.com. Sorry, we're on Twitter at superchevybro, but our email is superchevybros@gmail.com. Please ask us a question. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what we're doing. Looking forward to that closed network test for Dust Bloods. Looking forward to hearing from you guys soon. And yeah, I will catch you later. Chevar, if you're editing this, yes, it is the short. If you skipped all the way to the end to check, yes, it is the short. Yeah, catch you guys next time. Hopefully Chevar's feeling better, and for his sake, but also for the show's sake, that's my guy. So hopefully he's not feeling bad anymore. But thank you for tuning in. Catch you in episode 189. Bye.